How many of you know someone with an autoimmune disease? If you don't today, chances are you will in the near future. Over 25 million Americans live with an autoimmune disease, and that number is increasing at a rate that is outpacing our therapeutic progress. As a physician scientist, I have dedicated my career to bridging my clinical practice in rheumatology with my scientific expertise in immunology to better human health. This means that I spend my days designing experiments and seeing patients, but underneath my laboratory coat, stethoscope, and latex gloves, I feel an urgency to do more for individuals suffering from disease. For me, science is an act of service. And first and foremost, I am an advocate. And what I have to offer my patients is not enough. As a practicing rheumatologist, I take care of patients with autoimmune diseases, where the immune system doesn't work for you, but against you. We call this phenomena autoimmunity because the immune system is confused. Instead of attacking foreign enemies like viruses, bacteria, or cancers, it instead creates friendly fire, leading to organ damage, disability, and death. Now, for reasons that are not completely understood, autoimmune diseases disproportionately affect young women and can have more refractory courses in people of color. And these are communities that I want to serve. So, how do I hope to do this? The scientific and medical communities have now seen how science done at the bench can revolutionize patient care at the bedside. In my own field of autoimmunity, we've seen how our basic understanding of human immunology has allowed rheumatologists like myself to pivot from treating patients with broadly acting immunosuppressants to more targeted therapies. But the frequency at which I'm faced with a patient who has refractory disease is still too high. And each of my patients inspire me to expose basic truths of the immune system and begin to break down treatment barriers. A story of a molecule called ROR gamma T, or ROR, is a prime example of how science impacts clinical practice, or perhaps more importantly, how gaps in science limit our ability to help our patients. Because for over 2 decades, scientists have known that ROR is critical to a type of inflammatory T cell, a type that doesn't protect us from disease, but contributes to diseases like systemic lupus erythematosus, psoriatic arthritis, or inflammatory bowel disease. Now, scientists have developed inhibitors against ROR to try and treat these diseases. These inhibitors are specific and they're effective, but we don't use any ROR inhibitors in the clinic. Why? The barrier to using ROR inhibitors actually comes from studies in mice, because mice that lack ROR develop defects in their T cell development and are predisposed to developing thymic cancers. Now, while our understanding of biology has greatly benefited from research done in mice, we also know that humans are not just bigger mice. And in fact, in the field of immunology, we've seen that the mouse doesn't always predict the human. So this question really highlights a prior limitation in our scientific toolbox, namely that studying T cell development in humans has been incredibly challenging until recently. A novel technology called the artificial thymic organoid, or ATO, that was developed in the Crooks lab is a tool that allows us to really closely investigate how T cells develop in mice and in humans. So now by using the ATO, I can ask, how does ROR inhibition affect T cell development in mice versus humans? Does the mouse predict the human? Answering this question could impact the clinical feasibility of using ROR inhibitors in the clinic, and it begins to tear down one treatment barrier for my patients. Because investigating scientific mechanisms that could impact human disease is my practice of advocacy. Addressing the questions that lie at the interface of science and medicine is how I can best contribute to the legacy of scientific discovery while championing the needs of my patients. And ultimately, I do this work so that I can offer my patients more visibility, treatment options, and hope.